Hello, my name is Joseph Greenwell. My preferred gender pronouns are he, him, and his, and I have the honor of serving as the Associate Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs and Dean of Students at the UC Berkeley. I want to personally welcome all of our students, our faculty, staff, Cal parents, family, Cal alumni, and friends to this year's commencement celebration. As the AVC and Dean of Students, I have the honor and privilege of partnering with your amazing Cal students. I want to congratulate each and every one of you as family members of the Cal community on your students' achievements. I also want to thank you for allowing me and the entire university to engage with your student during their time at Cal. Their presence on our campus has made the University of California, Berkeley better than it's ever been. And I want you to know that their presence will continue to be with us as we continue on and they continue on to be a member of our Cal alumni, and as you continue to be proud members of the Cal family. With that said, it is now my honor to inform you we are ready to celebrate the class of 2016. Please stand and welcome the graduating class of 2016 and the members of the official stage party.
stand for the national anthem? Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That was wonderful, thanks. Graduates, family, friends, and guests, welcome to the University of California, Berkeley, and to the December 2016 commencement. As Berkeley's 10th Chancellor, it is my distinct honor and pleasure to preside over today's celebration of the class of 2016. Graduates, today is your day. You join and renew the long line of alumni reaching back to 1868, whose lives are forever entwined with this great university. Today, you become one of some 485,000 living alumni worldwide who can proudly call themselves Berkeley graduates. Everyone here has traveled the distinctive path to arrive at today's graduation. Some of you are the first in your families to graduate from college. And for them, a special round of applause. Others are third or fourth generation Cal graduates. Whether you've come to Berkeley from near or far, from one of our local Bay Area communities, or from countries around the world, today's event has special significance for each of you. The entire Cal community is proud of your achievements, but today, no one is more proud than those who have stood by you with their understanding, love, and support. Graduates, please join me in thanking your families, your partners, your children, your friends, and your mentors, everyone who has helped pave the way for your arrival at one of life's great crossroads. Now, commencement is a time-honored ritual, why we are wearing these robes, a major milestone in each of your lives, and it recognizes the transformational experience of your time at Berkeley in the company of our brilliant faculty, our dedicated staff, and your diverse and so talented classmates. But when all is said and done, we gather today to celebrate your extraordinary accomplishment. You've been educated at the world's finest public research university. And I use the word public not because it qualifies the preeminence of what is now your alma mater, but because Berkeley's public attributes, its contributions and ethos, are at the core of who we are and what we stand for. Berkeley has provided you with a rigorous education that has always been focused on and informed by the centrality of the idea of the public good. You have learned through critical reflection on and engagement with some of the most fundamental human debates and dilemmas, and you've asked yourselves and each other the most challenging moral and intellectual questions about meaning and purpose in our lives, in our society, and in our world. And that, I believe, serves as necessary preparation for what lies ahead. For the world you're about to enter is in a state of agitated turmoil and transition. There is, around the globe and here, a reaction against the values and ideals that form the foundational ties that bind us together at Berkeley: diversity, tolerance, dialogue, a belief in the common good, trust in science, and sometimes even in facts, a desire both for enlightenment and for a more peaceful and connected world. All of these are now in the crosshairs of those who want to turn back our cultural and intellectual clocks, driven by the forces of fear and amplified by the echo chambers of some online media outlets. As a society, what we had thought of as some of our most basic and fundamental views have been shaken and sometimes questioned and even recast. Now, while many are understandably upset and unsettled, this is not a time to retreat from the public good, from the public square, from debate, from advocacy, from efforts on behalf of the greater good and to make the world a better place. The Bishop of St. Paul's Cathedral wisely noted about 100 years ago that, and I quote, "There is no law of progress. Our future is in our own hands to make or to mar. It will be an uphill fight to the end, and would we have it otherwise? Let no one suppose that evolution will ever exempt us from struggles. You forget," said the devil with a chuckle, "that I have been evolving too." Now, you graduates are now well equipped to take on the struggles of our times. You've been educated and even steeped in the values of civil society. You seek the truth and you respect the evidence. You've experienced and benefited from one of our nation's greatest institutions, and you've thrived in an academic environment devoted to free inquiry. You've been trained to listen to and respect other voices, and you find comfort and affirmation in a community where all are welcome, regardless of who you are. At Berkeley, we work hard to be inclusive, to establish a circle of the we, to foster and sustain the ethos and the reality of a vibrant, supportive community. Yet we do that not to insulate ourselves from the world around us, nor to provide protection from dissenting perspectives or dissonant voices. Quite the opposite. The very purpose of our academic community is to create the conditions whereby the status quo can be vigorously challenged, assumptions can be tested, new ideas can be developed, and all of our assumptions and arguments debated. Make no mistake, I believe, and I think we all do, that a university must spare no effort to protect its students from harm and harassment, from discrimination and bias, from inequity and from exclusion. Yet, at the same time, we've had the obligation to prepare you to engage and confront the challenges of our day, to take on, in a constructive manner, those with whom you may not agree, and to advance the greater good in the face of whatever opposition exists. As Notre Dame's president, the Reverend John Jenkins, said, "We must listen most attentively to those who do not share our views. It is," he said, "the responsibility of each of us to foster a conversation that engages and enlightens, rather than descends to mutual recrimination. This is how change and this is how progress are advanced." And progress is also, more often than not, as I just suggested, double-edged. While social media has opened up new horizons for communication and on occasion for political mobilization, it's also enabled the retreat to smaller and smaller circles of opinion and to the circulation and apparent authentication of misleading news. Whether accurate or fake, whether progressive or regressive, we must resist the retreat from a genuinely open and diverse public sphere, whether it be in a Facebook page or for the like-minded or on a Twitter feed that preaches only to a particular choir. A campus community has long served as a secure environment in which one can openly explore challenging and sometimes even dangerous and deeply upsetting ideas, theories, perspectives, discoveries, and philosophies. Yet more and more it feels as if many of us are shielding ourselves from views we do not share, rather than using the university as a common ground from which these views can be engaged, understood, and contested. As Clark Kerr, the first chancellor of UC Berkeley, once observed, the purpose of the university is to make students safe for ideas, not ideas safe for students. And this rich tradition of debate has been and will be upheld at Berkeley. Yet I'm confident that, as Berkeley graduates, you will take this robust tradition out with you into the world as you leave today. I hope you will also take with you our collective commitment to our public mission, a mission that is embedded in the history of our establishment as a public institution under the charter of the Morrill Act, signed into law by President Abraham Lincoln to ensure an education for the people, by the people, and of the people. At a time of growing inequality and rampant privatization, we would do well to worry that the opportunities represented by an institution like Berkeley are under increasing threat, and yet at no time in our history has the promise of our public mission been more important. It is vital, therefore, not just that you continue to engage these essential issues, questions, but that you be leaders as we seek to negotiate a future that is being transformed so quickly by new technology, expanding globalization, resurgent nationalism, changing social and economic structures, new cultural and political threats, and dangerous environmental trends. The key, I believe, is not only to remember your education, but to activate it by taking on these most difficult of challenges, by being unafraid to imagine and then seek new futures for a world in need of greater understanding and new solutions, by building on your dreams, by anchoring yourselves and your communities to an abiding moral compass. Graduates, this commencement marks a turning point for you. You cannot know where the future will take you, but as you go, know that Berkeley will be there with you, even as we hope and we expect you will be there for us. You are now part of the greater Cal family, whose members help sustain each other and the campus in order to ensure that the dream, the promise that is Berkeley, remains a reality for future alumni for generations to come. May the education you have received here serve not just your lives, but your society well in the years ahead. May your lives be richly rewarding and fulfilling. May you enjoy much happiness. And so it is my honor to offer you congratulations and the best of luck, Class of 2016. And now it is my distinct honor and pleasure to introduce the 2016 recipient of the Peter E. Haas Public Service Award, which recognizes a Berkeley alumnus or alumna who has made significant voluntary contributions to the betterment of society. Robert Tanem, a member of Cal's class of 1953, has remained active and engaged since retiring from his long and successful career as a commercial nursery owner. Blending his professional expertise with his desire to advance the greater good, Bob founded the gardening program at Homeward Bound in Marin, a homeless shelter and a service center in Novato, California. There, Bob transformed a parking lot into an organic garden that provides fresh produce for shelter residents and local charities while supporting Homeward Bound's Culinary Academy and catering program. Now, the following video up here will give you a taste, no pun intended, of the admirable and life-changing work that Bob has been doing at Homeward Bound of Marin.
When I retired, I was sort of like, oh my God, what do I do now? And service was one of the things I've always done. It's part of my fiber that I want to give. I've been familiar with Homeward Bound, an organization to help the homeless.
Bob walked in on the first day and said, this is wonderful, but you need a garden.
So I talked to one of the directors of the board. I said, why don't we put in a new class to teach some people how to landscape, how to grow vegetables and things like that? And he said, well, the only place we've got is this parking lot. And I thought, we can do that. And actually, at the end of the first year, we had donated 400 pounds of food to the homeless and to the food bank in Marin County.
Bob has been incredible in his commitment to this. Since 2000, he shows up every single week. He mentors, he tells them how to manage the land, but he gives them instruction and then lets them do the work. So he's really like a tutor. In fact, people often refer to him as the professor.
I knew very little about gardening because I'm from Mississippi, so professors taught me all that I know about gardening. You think we should get 50% shade cloth or 30% shade
Well,
cloth?
I think 30% at this time of the year.
Okay. When the professor comes, you gotta have a book and a pencil. This is very serious business.
We found that individuals who are moving out of homelessness, working with the earth, working in the garden, mirrors a lot of the transformations that they're making in their own life. He teaches people patience. He teaches them resilience. That's the most important thing, because you can't rush anything in the garden and you can't rush change in your own life.
Now, I'm not curing homeless here, but I'm helping.
There you go. Thank you.
It's a little piece. When you get 2 or 3 or 4 people that are actually happy in a job, that are in landscaping, that type of thing, and they learned it from you, that's a reward.
I learned a lot from him, not only through the garden, but a lot of stuff spiritually. I remember the first time I came out here, I said, I plant. It's not I, it's we.
I think if you give to a community as much as you can, it's sort of like a boomerang, and if you throw love out there enough, it'll come back.
I love you, my brother. All right.
Bob, a model for all of us Berkeley graduates. Please join me in welcoming Bob Robert Tanem.
First of all, you have to understand I cannot walk on water. Just to let you know. Now, there are a lot of things in my life for which I'm thankful. I'm thankful for my marriage of 63 years. I'm thankful for my family, 1 boy, 2 girls, and their successes. I'm proud of my university from where I graduated in 1953. I graduated from a class of 35 in high school and joined a class of 3,000 at the University of California, Berkeley. This was an accomplishment in and of itself. I thank my fraternity that helped in the adjustment. I'm thankful that I had the chance to stop my dream of becoming a barrister, and after several job attempts, became a lover of plants. And I made a living doing that for 40 years as a seller of dreams, and that's, after all, what a nurseryman does. Who else can take an ugly, onion-looking thing, encourage a customer to put it in the ground, and in the spring, it becomes a daffodil? I digress. Anyway, my job today is to encourage all of those present to touch on a favorite letter of mine. After all, love is a 4-letter word. It allows you to do work with others in your community, perhaps helping the homeless or other need. I have found that if it acts like love acts like a boomerang, and it keeps throwing love. If you keep throwing love out, it will come back to you, and with gains that you more than you can ever imagine. Love allows you to become adjustments in your life, to be critical of yourself as to how it affects others, and make the appropriate adjustments when necessary. With that in mind, I want to thank the Haas family for their great honor. I can't think of a more wonderful birthday present to a loved one. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I gotta put this around your neck. Is it that cool? Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Got it.
What an honor to stand here before you. Need to back up a little bit. Chancellor Dirks, distinguished faculty, and honored guests, the staff, the Californians, parents, friends, and most especially, fellow graduates, the class of 2016. Wow, or in the immortal words of Channing Tatum's hacked emails, wow times 5,000. My name's Tomas Mournian. Actually, my legal name is Thomas with an H, but I dropped the H after protesting in the immigration rights marches in 2006. Although I am in fact 1/4 Mexican, my friend Jose Jimenez loves to point out that my skin is not brown, but pink. I am a returning student, but there's so many other reasons why I never expected to graduate, not the least of which is that last May, I almost died. 3 days after moving to Portland, Oregon, I set off on a bicycle en route to a Grindr date, and if any of you have dated online, you know how that goes. I woke up laid out flat, blinded by sun, and unable to move. The EMTs reported that the front wheel of the bike had popped off. My right leg had been degloved, my brain was bleeding, and I was revived twice, an experience not unlike a bear being thrown into serial hibernations. Obviously, I survived that accident, but in no small part due to friends and family, and 3 of those people are here today. Regina Marler, Tracy Ellen Rodriguez, and Shaw Smoke. When I was in the hospital's trauma unit, I reached out to my doctor, David Turnoff at Tang, who wrote back, "Is there anything we can do for you?" I knew where I needed to be and returned to Berkeley. There's nothing like being thrown off of a bicycle to clarify your life. Like some, or maybe many of you, I first came to Berkeley seeking an education, but also in search of a community and some water. As a teenager, it took me a while to find my community, and here's why. I arrived at Cal with a secret that I've never spoken about in public. When I was 16 years old, I was subjected to gay to straight therapy. I'll spare you the details, but nausea-inducing drugs and electric shocks were used in an attempt to make me straight. Obviously, it was a total failure. Anyone at Cal who met me my first year would have never guessed what I'd survived. You would have seen a skinny 17-year-old boy dressed in black with a blonde hairdo. It was high on one side and dyed in the front. It took me 20 minutes minimum to get right with hair gel, 2 special brushes, and a blow dryer. That's the look I was working when I met Daryl Adams in a decal class and found one member of my community. Daryl was 27 years old and what people at the time called a Castro clone. He wore tight jeans, had close cropped hair, and a handlebar mustache. We became friends. He took me to the gym and he taught me how to work out. He said, "Girl, all you need is a great body." As it turned out, gay men needed a lot more than great bodies. A couple years after we met, Daryl was dead. At the height of the AIDS epidemic, I dropped out of Cal, moved to Los Angeles, and devoted myself to service, changing diapers and holding men's hands as they died. But my story is hardly unique. Everyone here, the graduates and people who've supported them, have faced adversity. As every graduating student here knows, nobody finishes Cal without a special kind of grit and determination. Today, we are earning a degree from the best public university in the world. Yeah, you can give yourself a hand. But we are also weighed down with gifts, not the least of which are superior research and critical thinking skills. Often we don't just question, we interrogate. And our drive is evident in the results. Berkeley grads are MacArthur recipients, Nobel and Pulitzer Prize winners. We are poets, scientists, and gold medal medalists. Please take a moment and look around. You may be seated next to the future president. Today's ceremony signals the moment we step off our glades and eucalyptus tree-lined paths with skills that will literally change the world and change it for the good. A good that is not necessarily visible to the naked eye, a good that may take decades to realize, a good that by moral consensus means you should be free, provided for, and feel safe. Black Panther Angela Davis, disabled rights activist Judith Heumann, free speech agitator Mario Savio, gay politician Harvey Milk. You may not know these names, but you should. Because there's a Chinese saying, you are nothing without the generation that came before you, or the one that comes after. I thought about this saying when I read an editorial by the about the election by Charles Blow, the New York Times columnist. It said, "I am not trying to convince anyone of anything, but rather to speak up for truth and honor and inclusion." In the coming years, the class of 2016 will be called upon to rise up and resist the gathered forces of fear, greed, and evil. Yet I know we will answer the call with clear eyes, presence of mind, kindness, and a bear-like ferocity born of an open heart. Because we are Berkeley graduates, we have fought the good fight and will again now more than ever. But nothing in our lives or education at Berkeley, with its legacy of protest, agitation, and free speech, has prepared us for the hatred, misogyny, and racism that many of us face. The AIDS epidemic and other social justice movements born in the Bay Area mean that we live in a place where many role models can guide us and share the skills of how to fight. But I believe the challenge for us will be how to carry on and reinvent our courage, our legacy of courage, truth, and progress. We are an army of misfits and nerds, but we are also warriors and bears who've awoken to fight monsters and claw back the curtains on authoritarian wizards who live in gold towers. And in the face of these as yet unmanageable tests and battles, we who are truly the best and the brightest America has to offer will not only fight for a greater good, we will prevail. In solidarity, stay woke. Congratulations, and go Bears.
Dana was raised in Texas and found great success as a child at the Fort Worth area swim team. At age 12, she was the youngest swimmer competing at the 2000 USA Olympics trials. At Cal, Dana won 4 national titles and played a key role under Coach Terry McKeever in bringing the Golden Bears their first NCAA national team title in women's swimming. Woo! Dana's Olympic career started at the 2004 Athens Games. She has now competed in 3 Olympics and won 7 medals altogether, 5 golds, 1 silver, and 1 bronze. One of the most gold medal female USA Olympians of all time, Dana is currently ranked 4th. But she has also endured setbacks, injuries, and even bed rest during her 2015 pregnancy, less than 2 years before competing in Rio, where she won 3 of her 7 Olympic medals. Dana draws from these experiences for her own inspiration and to motivate others. When not training or spending time with her family, she speaks about how others can accomplish their dreams. Now please give Ms. Vollmer an Olympic blue and gold welcome.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much for having me here. It truly is an incredible honor. First, congratulations to all the graduates from graduating from the best school in the country. It really is an amazing accomplishment. A special thank you to all the parents, aunts, uncles, grandparents, and anyone else who influences your life. They all helped you get to this graduation ceremony. Life is all about perspective. We each have control of how we perceive situations. You can see hardships as failures, setbacks, and losses, or you can view them as opportunities for self-growth and as a catalyst for creating a better future. I have been blessed to attend 3 Olympic Games and currently have 7 Olympic medals. Through this amazing ride, I've come to find that there are 3 core qualities that have shifted my perspective and have helped me succeed through all the highs and the lows of my journey to success. The first is that you have to try to learn something every single day and from every person you meet. Life is filled with endless learning opportunities. Every situation, whether good or bad, has valuable lessons we can take with us. Each and every person that walks into our lives has had different life experiences and different ways they've overcome challenges that have changed their unique perspectives. We need to take every situation and every interaction as a learning opportunity. Whether you are the CEO or you are just starting your first day at a new job, you can learn something from everyone around you and every opportunity that is presented. If we approach every day as a learning opportunity, then we can look beyond the common fail and success labels that we put on situations and open our minds to endless possibilities for improvement. After the 2012 London Olympic Games, where I had won 3 gold medals, I decided that I wanted to start a family, and I welcomed my beautiful son, Arlen, to the world in 2015. Being a professional athlete, most women view the decision to have a child as the end of their athletic ambitions. I too had left the sport in my decision to have kids, but during my pregnancy, decided that I wanted to make a run at the 2016 Olympic Games, knowing that my comeback would look very different than it had the previous years I've spent in the sport. Literally, that first practice back, I walked into the Cal Pool locker room with a huge stroller, a diaper bag, a nursing pillow, and a babysitter. I'm sitting in the locker room, nursing my newborn son, when the freshmen walk in. It's like, welcome to college. But I wasn't willing to sacrifice my time with my new child to put the hours into the pool that I had previously done. I had to learn to rework my schedule, rethink how I trained, and learn how to be more efficient with the time that I was willing to put in. I cut my hours of pool training in half. With the help of my coaches, I learned how to train with more focus, more intensity, and more intention. I learned even more about nutrition and recovery. I took a risk to hopefully see the improvements I longed for while being proud of the mom that I was becoming. Thanks to learning something every day and from everyone around me, I improved faster than I ever thought possible. And in 1 year of training, was able to get a bronze, silver, and a gold medal. At the recent Glamour Women of the Year Awards, I heard the president of J. Crew speak in a panel. She stated that the people who move up in her company aren't those who come into her office demanding a raise, but those who come in asking what they can do better, what skills can they learn and improve on. As new graduates, you head out into the workforce with clean slates. Stay open-minded. You never know what you may learn from the situations that come up or from the people that you will meet. The second core quality that helped me get where I am today is that you have to find a positive in any situation. It's often said that the journey through life is like going down a path, and hardships are speed bumps and detours that hinder you along the way. For athletes, physical injuries can be seen as mountains, massive obstacles that can completely block you from your goal. In my career, I've had a few more mountains than I would have liked, but sometimes when there's a mountain in your path, you find a trail that leads to an even better destination. In 2001, I went through a scary heart episode where I was told that I may never be able to do high-level athletics again. The fear could have led my parents to never allow me to participate in sports. But in the end, I came out with a better appreciation for every single day that I get to spend training. When something is almost taken away from you, you realize its true value. In 2003, my childhood dream was to play in the WNBA. But the summer before my freshman year, I tore my ACL, and I had to spend 6 months only training in a pool, only using my upper body. So only using my lower body. So I developed upper body strength, and my swimming career took off. In 2004, I herniated a disc in my low back before heading off to college for my freshman year on a swimming scholarship. That year, I herniated another disc in my back and found myself unhappy in my current school situation. So it was my back injury and my desire for health and change that led me to leave that other school and head to the University of California, Berkeley, and work under head coach Terry McKeever. Those seemingly hopeless situations actually turned out to be blessings, but it wouldn't have worked out that way had I not been staying positive and looking for opportunities. I've always said that anyone can perform on a good day. What makes a true champion is what you choose to do on the bad days. When life places a mountain in front of you, remember that there are many paths to get to the other side. You don't have to force yourself in one direction. As you all move on to new challenges, when you're faced with a mountain, stay positive and keep an eye out for the great opportunities that life might be presenting. And finally, my third core quality, embrace being uncomfortable. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Reaching our dreams is hard. For me, it was hours in the pool training, the gym afterwards, the painful burning at the end of a race, the expectations, the pressure, and the ever-present unknowns all along the way. The climb to the top of any ladder takes a lot of work and a lot of bravery. That's why it's essential to embrace uncomfortable situations. Learn to love the feeling of nerves, the anticipation, and the hours of the hard work. You can hide or back down from intimidating situations, like giving a speech in front of 5,000 people. Or you can embrace that this is nerve-wracking, it's a challenge, but those emotions come from wanting to do a good job, to give a performance that you are proud of. Fear is an extremely powerful emotion. Nerves can get the better of anyone, but with the right mindset, nerves can also be your greatest tool. In 2008, everything that season had shown that I should make the Olympic team in multiple events. But at trials, I found myself paralyzed by the amount of pressure that I was putting on myself. I was more afraid of letting people down than I was excited about possibly making an Olympic team. I missed the team in every single one of my events, one as close as 0.03 of a second. What I've learned, and that I hope you take away, is to embrace the nerves, because honestly, you never get rid of them. Just recently, when I was watching Doctor Who, a quote that I loved fit perfectly with how I now view nerves. The doctor is talking to a young boy who is afraid of what lies beneath his bed. He says to the boy, "Let me tell you about scared. Your heart is beating so hard you can feel it through your hands. There's so much blood and oxygen pumping through your brain, it's like rocket fuel. Right now, you could jump higher, you could run faster, and you could fight harder than ever in your life. You are so alert, it's like you can slow down time. What's wrong with scared? Scared is a superpower. It's your superpower." When I face challenges, instead of saying, "Oh no, I'm nervous," and letting it completely freak me out, I tell myself, "Oh good, I'm nervous," because I now know that this is my body showing me that I'm excited and that I'm ready to do something I maybe never thought possible. You are all graduates from the University of California, Berkeley. With that comes a level of prestige and expectations. As you all head off into new jobs, graduate schools, or try to figure out your plan, remember that the nerves to perform are in fact a superpower. Others will let it cripple them, but remind yourself to say, "Oh good, I'm nervous," and head into uncomfortable situations with confidence. I hope these 3 qualities help you in your lives as much as they have helped me. We can't just keep seeing and doing things over and over again in the same way and expect to improve. Failures inspire us to change. We have to keep evolving, shifting how we view what's in front of us. We shouldn't be afraid to fail. So I challenge you to tackle the unknown, be open to learn from everything and everyone. And whatever you do, stay positive. Your dream life is out there. You just have to be brave enough to create it. Congratulations, class of 2016. Thank you.
Thank you for both wonderful speeches. Now, it is time to confer the degrees. Will the candidates for the PhD degrees please come forward?
Aparna Krishna Murthy.
Congratulations. Terrific. Shake hands. Well done. Well done. Very proud of you.
Kenji Kobayashi. Freeman Lan.
Congratulations.
Stephen Allen McKinley.
Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Robert Snyder.
Yep. One last crowd. Congratulations.
William Todd Doty.
Congratulations.
So you can confer the degree, aren't you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am. Candidates, you have voluntarily submitted yourselves to the tradition of the pursuit of knowledge and have proved yourselves worthy of this highest calling. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the President of the University of California, I grant you the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy. You join this esteemed group of colleagues who have also obtained graduate degrees, and we welcome you now to stay with us up here on the stage. Congratulations. We now wish to recognize our students who will receive their master's and their bachelor's degrees. Would the candidates please come forward?
Jasmine Sadeghani.
Tomas Mournian.
Alessi Schankenberg.
Andrew Rouse.
Jason Troya.
Estefania Trejo.
Alvaro Garcia Lacuna.
Michael Wonkum.
Sandra Galvin.
Lindsay Parsons.
Hannah Jolie Tron.
Derek Harshberger.
Chelsea Chartier.
Andrea Schareffler.
Nicole Marie Madigan.
Dina Sammy.
Lisa Wong.
Khalida Jamila.
Jordan Moniz.
Tanner Adams.
Anastasios Casares.
Yangil Jin.
Matthew Clayton.
William Frederick Rothram.
Fatima Manhas.
Christina Sutton.
Ruzan Dabao.
Dimitri Rogers.
Yvonne Ung.
Elma Wilcox.
Alexis Boyd.
Elizabeth Lara.
Jessica Gill.
Shailene Duran.
Brianna Rainey.
Shanshan Gu.
Christian Tiryang.
Summer Wallace.
Trevor Habercron.
Christina Chenko.
Nick Lima.
Tukwa Leung.
Afima Onawami.
Travis Sherman.
Samantha Wayman.
Duen Lulu Tran.
Ariel Ship.
Michelle Hahn.
Alyssa Jensen.
Albert Lin.
Asam Sayanahi.
Michael Lee.
Esiyakar Inagdal.
Rumil Tamras.
Henok Thiwodu.
Cesar Lopez Santos.
Alicia Howell.
Carmaine Toe.
Manny Flores.
Yanbo Yao.
Juana Espinosa.
Angela Prakash.
Alan Lai.
Walitha Thiunangadi.
Joey Newen.
Tristan Colleen.
Kevin Ortega.
Kristen Crawford.
Mercedes Forster.
Soyoung Park.
Bernice Mora.
Ki-duk Kim.
Yugo Tahara.
Duk-hee Yoon.
Marissa Cruz.
Sung Jin Cho.
Angelina O.
Rio Barata.
Morgan Smart.
Brianna Massey.
Kristen Smith.
June Che.
David Gonzalez.
Joyce Park.
Ji Wang.
Down Lee.
Shija Wu.
Evi Hui Hang Pang.
Ricardo Fort.
Victor Huang.
Jared Parker.
Tuan Yoyen.
Alba Lopez.
Brittany Lee.
Lindsay Kate Campbell.
Tiffany Ip.
Blake Haynes.
So Young Huang.
Manuel Porta.
Andrea Plotton.
Ian. Good?
Dina Abdel Halim.
Nicholas Potland.
Shella Fazli.
Roni Suka.
Lokilani Hunt.
Noel Martinez.
Isabel Ciordia.
Min Jo.
Jennifer Lily Tom.
Shin Yoon.
Sarah Ellen Brooker.
Andrew McHale.
Mingyao Zong.
Devin Veskaner.
Xiao Hui Winnie Wu.
Anthony Miles.
David Allen.
Metra Margari.
Huidi Wang.
Nancy Nguyen.
Guo Iris Chen.
Gina Park.
Anna Liu.
Alina Ha.
Timothy Lee.
Zachary McPherson.
Holly Kane.
John O.
Tae Young An.
Dominique Serrano.
Cheon Il Park.
Julie Duong.
Jake Minsung Lee.
Jana Ubwad.
Helen Lee.
Ruby Vanata.
Amanda Fong.
Gabe Toby.
Sungmin Jo.
Jason Chen.
Rana Hashimi.
Paul Jennings.
Cameron Stevens.
Remy Police.
Seokgil Lee.
Katie Jaffe.
Yiwang Lee.
Kaeyong Park.
Gladys Cristanto.
Daphne Valdez.
Elisa Danica.
Erica Ade.
Yolanda Margaritha.
Rachel Backham.
Rebecca Deandra.
Alexis Raucha. Jeffrey Lynn.
Darren Spadoni.
George He.
Elizabeth Dwyer.
Ruby Mora.
Camille Akustamian.
Gladys Cortez.
Melinda Gilani.
Juliana Quiros.
Stephen Hendrew Waldeziki.
Allegra Stevens.
Anna Doyen.
Kelsey Pimentel.
Zhang Shu Wang.
Zichong Hung.
Ji Kong Wang.
Christopher Kathram.
Shruti Patrachari.
Nora Chan.
Charles Fisher.
Adam Kufat.
Alexander Robinson.
John Noonan.
Maruf Rahman.
Heidi Noonan.
Amanda White Nelson.
Carmel Agdasi.
Sharon Garcia.
Andrea Maldonado.
Bianca Beggs.
Michelle Lee.
Rami Jade Liano.
Elva Bonsall.
Joseph Francia.
Morgan Connolly.
Justin Uganse.
Jae Young Ben.
Hosen Lok Lee.
Hee Young Ho Jim.
Louis Ramos.
J.I. Wong Park.
Gail Ganayan.
Do Hyung Kim.
Carlos Alejandro Molina.
Jessica Lee.
Mark Bro.
Iman Simo.
Chase Meach.
Sophie Wan.
Jesse Thornburg.
Winky Wong.
Anath Ravi Kumar. Brian Fenner.
Sing Yu Wang.
Vanda Lam.
Yi Her Lu.
David Elizag.
Edward Jung.
Nalisa Cutler.
Kwan Ho Ryu.
Jasmine Hawthorne.
Jae Hoon Kim.
Denise Bowie.
Chae Won Park.
Natalia Marin.
Suha Kim.
Madeline Woodward. Jessica Larson.
Chung Hao Huang.
Melanie Tom.
Jae Young Kim.
Noah Mitchner Israel.
Jong
Roxana
Yun Lee.
Pashmina Azar.
Jeff Jane.
Frederica Cecilia Peranto.
Christy Okimoto.
Menik Seti.
Sorry.
Muffin
Jing Yi
Astahaus. Bethel Hagas.
Serena Gross.
Kirk Duran.
Suvan Noon Ray.
Kevin Xiao. Alexandra
Monica
Ulrich.
Chitre. Nicholas
Brandon
Huffman.
Nishida. Chang Liu.
Stephen Au.
Chen Gang. Yu
Shara
Cheng Zhang.
Tori.
Hang Peng Zhao.
Kenneth Thompson.
Diana Yeji Ra.
Shelley Sohee Kim.
Simon Ko.
Se Jong Lisa Kim.
T. Trang.
Simon Zimmerman.
Trang Nguyen.
Howard Wu.
Uyen Vu.
Emily Kristen Atkins.
Han Nguyen. Brendan Rani.
Mukudanta Sachita
William
Danand.
Young.
Sorry.
Eric Bake.
Eric Wynn.
Christy Lee.
Matthew Borchardt.
Sarah Lee.
Julie Haley Kang.
Katna Tai.
Ernesto J. Riviera.
Dion Ayers.
Nicola Leopoldvats. Sorry.
Sean Limfat.
Rebecca Skolnick.
Joanne Chen.
Kelsey Carlson.
Alessandria Prediti.
Haley Garcia.
Alicia Aguilar. Jewel Soriano.
Lizea Duplessis.
Sabrina Fang.
Pauline Louier.
Blanca Ramirez.
Carly Childs.
Meryl Dega.
Pakjira Sirison.
Kengo Niyonomi.
Kylie Lozano.
Jarvi Celeres.
Jennifer Lee.
Yida Wang.
Quincy Montosa Boyd.
Daniela Sanchez.
Christopher Gutierrez.
Kaichi Alexandra Thomas.
Charles Para.
Peter Habron.
Leonardo Frontenet.
Sam Bauman.
Sean Jukian.
Mason Labidi.
Zehua Tu.
Narges Matuli Tuti.
Junior Tu.
Lilana Mendoza.
Riku Momomi.
Sarana Lewis.
Malcolm Gabriel Bertrand.
Tim McGinley.
Alicia Flores.
Jacob Kearney.
Sujil Malik.
Bradley Northnagel.
Shulis Tagdis.
Griffin Piat.
Colin Basher.
Harry Adolphus.
Jingwu Young.
Noah Beto.
Ryan Sinclair.
Stephen Moore.
Victor Peterson.
Tini Pan.
Masaki Nabashima.
Huang Vu.
Linda Vang.
Nitran.
Eric Sorensen.
Yiran Tang.
Kathy Tao.
Julie Iritan.
June Ham.
Jessica Viat.
Ray Tron.
Nadia Makruz.
Maudie Choe Perez.
Valerie Kang.
Graf Masaria.
Crystal Zhang.
Shelby Jarvis.
Carly Lochran.
Daniel Shapiro.
Madeline Seifert.
Jung-do Park.
Molly Ringer.
Sylvie Shia.
Brad Waldo.
Romeo Harmon.
Jordan Talbot.
Benedicto Yauve.
Pranav Y. Samasker.
Wenjia Yang.
Mitchell Daly.
Xiaoping Wanyan.
Trevor Nesbitt.
Chen Tian.
Abdullah Hamoud.
Jingyi Yuan.
Elizabeth Maroney.
Rita Feng.
Timothy Michael Greena.
Zuni Chung Torres.
Kira Harland.
Alicia Zhang.
Ernest Templin.
Keaton Noon.
Aziz Yahoo. Yeah.
Louise Mojica.
Piyush Kumar.
Patrick Ciccone.
Alex Nguyen.
Leanne Lee.
Eugenio Prati.
Raimundo Flores.
Blake Spencer.
Marley Allison.
Konstantinos Giannopoulos.
Michael Nepomuceno.
Kim Sung Kyung.
Jonathan Allen.
Alejandra Mota.
Robert C. Chang.
Rainsy Sao.
Emily Miller.
Emily Erhammer.
Serena Lee.
Anhit Wuwajun.
Yejun Gu.
Richard Cardenas.
Julie West.
Karun Samran.
Philip Woroboff.
Anastasia Buzirevilla.
Jiyan Gao. Taelong Lee.
Danki De Santiago.
Winbo Huo.
Ginger Engel.
Jessica Anderson.
Alina Solowani.
Andrew Reardon.
Jasmine Lee.
Alexander Kang.
Eric Zhang.
Jordan Tipton.
Harsha Nukala.
Danielle Santos.
Jeffrey Nash.
Niloy Azad.
Abraham Padilla.
Cesar Ramirez.
Adenyi Salgado.
Aman Rohim.
Benjamin Blaustein.
Emmanuel Aguirre.
Paul Stormy Shepard.
Cameron Siddiqui.
Christopher Jackson.
Lin.
Andrew Iglesias.
Yishan Lee.
Brianne Carrillo.
Savannah Eldridge.
Jamie Temple.
Daisy Wu.
William Ratliff.
James Elkhorn.
Maria Wang.
Anna Lopez.
Sanjay Koshi.
Aliyah Swetzler.
Katharine McCarthy.
Lauren Chong.
Kelly McCarthy.
Khadija Karodia.
Anna Kang.
David Jarvis.
Jeff Rover.
Will Sanderson.
Ryan Henrik.
Yu Xiang Gao.
Veronica Shepliva.
Daying Xiang.
Michael Chen.
Amanda Xu.
Da Young Jung.
David Hoff.
Aurora Barber.
Keishan Patel.
Benny Vilvana.
Martha Thambokan.
Suman Ali.
Lady Salazar.
Javier Luis Rara.
Marella Garcia.
Suyan Tao.
Carolina Berrios.
Yannick Lecoche.
Matthew Atencio.
George Lafay Diab.
Sohila Farman.
Mingfei Lin.
Ji Young Lee.
Reza Abadi.
Yunhu Park.
Barry Sheng Chen.
Kong Hyun Kim,
Emma Yip,
Veronica Vargas Peña,
Deng Jun Lu,
Patrick Hart,
Junae Alivaira,
Kayan Saragozadi,
Anna Gallo,
Oscar Wickberg,
Linda Saunders,
Lynn Chi,
Frederick Heath,
Arthur Lee,
Erica Smith,
Claudia Esteveria,
Ashley Nicole Fisher,
Jacqueline Reyes,
Melissa Perez Winder,
Preston Hazelton Park,
Kaon Kim,
Jin Yilon Gao,
Uyon Cho,
Fong Nguyen,
Amy Wiesel,
Ying Yao Zhu,
Austin Rosema,
Lillian Cabell,
Joseph Goodluck,
Christine
Chanel
Vanderboer,
Nebre,
Karina Wu,
David Golden,
Shirvani Shah,
Max Eddy,
Xing Yu Huang,
Artem Udine,
Krishna Machula,
Darwin Wu,
Kaylee Zhang,
Adrien Lee,
Weihua Chen, Tuong Pham,
Kevin Wolting,
Aaron Welch,
Thomas Buzakski,
Michael Latour,
Donna Ixhaki,
Rachel Yi, Yu Zhao Jiang,
Ariel Schnitzer,
Jesus Carrillo,
Nick Prince,
Chris Tren,
Jonathan Hermel,
David Lira,
Yanir Klibanoff,
John Kim,
Chen-Yu Chow,
Orson O,
Hu Yin,
Oliver Abbott,
Sheng-Sen Gu,
Christina Hong,
Ping Yu He,
Veronica Manis,
Billy Wong,
Melanie Jimenez,
Madeline Choi,
Daniel Hathaway,
Dennis Lee,
Harjat Sandhu,
Matthew McDonald,
Kurt Wagner,
Connor Bame,
Jiling Shin,
Jun Song,
Chi Zong,
Channing Walker,
John Fessler,
Nikki Van Sprouse,
Ryan Church,
Dylan Raphael,
Andrea Zavala,
Randy Lee,
John Jimenez,
Katie Plattner,
Tyler Hanna,
Dana Baconer, Lucero Martinez Cisneros, Madeline Stearns, Daisha Chanova, Yuri Yoshioka,
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the President of the University of California, I hereby grant you the degrees Master of Arts, Master of Sciences, Bachelor of Arts, and Bachelor of Science. Congratulations, graduates. You may now move the tassels from the right to the left. So please stand as we sing Hail to California. You'll find the lyrics in your program. Will be led by the Cal Jazz Choir. Please stand.
Hail to California, alma mater dear. Sing Hail to California, Queen in whom we're blessed, spreading light and goodness over all the shall sure prevail. California, alma mater. Hail, hail. Go Bears!
Thank you, everyone. It's been a wonderful graduation. We wish you all the best, and again, congratulations, class of 2016. Go Bears!